One of the most important facets of surfing is actually the takeoff. I mean, this is where everything comes together. This is nuts and bolts of the paddling and the flopping around and the standing up and the grooving and all of that. If you can't stand up, you're not going to ride any waves. How do you stand up? Well, you can do it the way I did it, flop around for a year and a half, you get whacked in the head with your board all the time, like I did, or you can practice a little bit. So, this is how I'm going to train you how to practice without bashing up your board. You take your board, and you put it in the sand where you're going to be doing your practicing. Then, use your finger, draw the shape of your board in the sand. Gee, Dan, why do I want to use my board to draw? I can draw around my board. Why don't I just draw a surfboard in the sand? Well, because you want the shape of the board that you're going to be standing on. Then, you set your board over a little bit, and you draw circles where you want your feet to land. So when I take off, I want my landing zone to be here. So, and I want my forward foot to be right about here. First thing you do is you stretch out a little bit. If you don't want to pull the muscles, then you ain't surfing with nothing. Stretching is the most important thing because, you know, you pull a muscle and then you ain't doing anything. You're just going home and you're in pain, you're popping Motrin like they're going out of style. So then you go down, you lay down on your board, where you're out there in the thing, practicing, paddle, 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 pop. You want your feet to be within this impact zone. If they're off, you're going to fall. If you're over here, you're going to fall. If it's over here, you're going to fall. So it's a 1, 2, 3, paddle, 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 pop. Paddle, 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 pop. Paddle, 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 pop. Paddle, 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 pop. Why is it important to do the paddle, 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 pop? Because that's a rhythm that you want to get into. If you paddle too much, you tire yourself out. If you don't paddle enough, you don't have momentum. So, paddle, 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 pop. Paddle, 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 pop. And that's how you do it. That's how you practice your takeoff. You also want to make sure that you're paddling towards the incline of the beach, or we're going towards the water where the beach is going to be on its incline, or its decline. There's a reason for that, because when you go into the wave, when you stand up, you're going to have the sensation of falling forward. When you take off here, you're practicing, you're facing a decline. So when you stand up, you're going to be moving forward. It'll kind of simulate that sensation a little bit. Once again, paddle, 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 pop. You want both feet to land at the same time. If both feet don't land at the same time, you're going to fall off. Understand? Make sense? Alright, thank you. I'm Surf Dan, and I'll see you in the lineup. Cut. Push the button.